The soft sun rays of early autumn fall on Wyma's face through the window. She scoffed in her sleep and covered her face with her hands. She smiled in her sleep. Yn is walking in a flower field holding Kim Taehyung's hand. She's feeling his warm, soft touch in her palm. A sweet smell is coming from him. Suddenly, Taehyung stopped and looked at Yn. She saw his beautiful eyes are full of love for her. Taehyung leaned in to kiss her. Just then, her mother turned off the ceiling fan. It broke her precious sleep and beautiful dream. Yn groaned and opened her eyes. She looked at her mother angrily. Mom, what? Don't glare at me like this. Do you have any idea what time is it? Wake up. Saying that she left the room. Yn again turned on the fan and tried to sleep. She wants to continue that beautiful dream, but fate wasn't with her. The electricity go for a 1-hour trip, and the fan turned off again. Though it's autumn, but as a tropical country, this place is extremely hot, and it's impossible to sleep without fan. Yn had to give up her sleep. She took her phone and turned it on. She blushed seeing her lock screen. Kim Taehyung is smiling at her. She went to her gallery, which is full of Taehyung's photo. After seeing her in dream, he's looking more beautiful and mesmerizing now. Kim Taehyung is her idol, her crush, her love. She dreamed of marrying him one day. She loved thinking about him all day and night. Mom, why, you didn't wake up yet? Why? And I'm up, Mom. Go and have your breakfast. Yn belong to a lower middle class family. Their financial state is terrible. Her parents often fight for money. Collecting her university fees are like a world war for her. They have to work hard for their everyday food. It hurts Yn a lot. Every day she went through a big mental pressure, but in all this she found peace in Kim Taehyung. She felt happy just seeing his face. He helps her to escape the reality. At afternoon, their neighbor, Mrs. Roxana, come to their home. Yn doesn't like this woman. She always talk about her marriage. Who will tell this silly woman that she will marry Hyung? Mrs. Roxana. My sister's son come from Canada last week. I show himYn's picture and he become crazy after seeing her. He just wants to marry Yn and take her to Canada with him.Yn's heart skips a beat hearing it. Nowadays, her mother is showing so much interest about giving her marriage. Mom, really? What work he does in Canada? Mrs. Roxana, he works in a medicine company. If you agree, I will bring my sister here tomorrow. Mom, I need to talk with my husband first. Can I see your sister's son's photo? Mrs. Roxana, of course, here he is. His name is Robin, she said, showing the boy's photo on her phone. At night, Yn heard her parents talking about her marriage.Yn's heart sinks. She feel like crying. She was just praying that they forget about this topic soon. But this thing doesn't happen. The next day, Robin's mother come to their house to see Yn, Robin's mom. Such a pretty girl. I really like her for my son. She said, holdingYn's cheeks.Yn's eyes got filled with tears. Robin's mother left andYn's mother went to her daughter's room. She was laying on the bed staring at the ceiling blankly. Her mother placed her hand onYn's hair and called her softly. Mom, Yn turned her face to her mother. Mom, do you have anyone in your life? I mean, do you love someone whom you want to marry? Yn doesn't know what to answer. She just kept staring at her mother's face. Of course she loves someone. Of course there's someone with whom Yn wants to live her whole life. But how will she tell her mother that someone is a world-famous celebrity, that someone lives miles away from her, that someone doesn't even know that she exists? Mom, you can tell me if you have someone in your life. Yn, no, Mom, I've no one. Mom, your father take information about that Robin boy. Everyone is saying he's a very nice boy and doesn't have any bad records. Yn doesn't said anything. She just listening to her mother silently. Seeing her quiet, her mother spoke again. Mom, Robin and his family become crazy to take you. Everyone was saying, don't miss this opportunity. You can live a very happy life there, dear. They're very wealthy, unlike us. You don't have to eat boiled potatoes every night. Yn, I want to complete my studies, Mom. she said in a low tone. Her mother cupped her cheeks. Mom, of course you'll complete your studies. Robin's mother said they'll make you study as much as you want in Canada. Why? And look at her mother's eyes. They're shining in hope. The hope for her daughter's bright and happy future. Why, Mom, I need to think. Mom, all right, but don't take much time. Robin will go back to Canada after 15 days. I nodded her head. Her mother turned around to leave, but stopped remembering something. Mom, I forgot to show you Robin's photo. He's very good looking. Her mother showed Yana Boy's photo from her phone. Why? Look at it. An average looking boy, or maybe he's good looking like her mother is saying, but for YN. The only good looking man is Kim Taehyung. She doesn't like anyone except for him. Her mother left the room. Why? And was waiting for it. She hid her face in her pillow and started sobbing. Today, reality hit her really hard. Her chest is hurting a lot. It's time to wake up from the beautiful dream. It's the time to face the reality. In reality, he can never be her. She have to marry one day, but she knows it can't be him. She have to marry someone else. And one day he will also be someone else's, and it's a painful truth, the bitter reality. She's feeling like her pain, her crying is useless. The person she's crying for doesn't have any idea about her existence. Her chest is burning for him in a dark night. This is the world of glam. His fans are screaming his name. Taehyung smiled brightly and waved at them. His bodyguards are making his way, moving his fans. Taehyung sit on his luxurious car. He waved at his fans through the window for the last time before the car started moving slowly. Taehyung leaned his back on the seat. It was such a busy day for him. He looked at the autumn night sky, full of stars shining there. He smiled, not knowing a heart is crying for him. The next day, YN told her parents that she's ready for the marriage. They become so happy, and in 1 week, YN got married with a man named Robin. Robin had to go back to Canada, so the wedding happened in short time. Hiding her tears and pain, Y smiled at everyone after dressing up like a bride. Now it's time to say goodbye. Her husband will take her to another country far from her parents. YN hugged her mother tightly and cried out loud like a kid. Her crying and her mother's sobbing was echoing in the thin air of autumn. After some time, she flew to another country, leaving her parents behind with an almost unknown man who's her husband now. Robin, this is my home, and from now it's ours. YN smiled a little at her husband and looked around the place. It's a very small house, but cozy and aesthetic. This place is a little bit far from the locality. There is a beautiful maple forest around the house. YN never saw a maple tree before she becomes amused by its beauty. It's getting dark. YN had her dinner with Robin and changed her dress into the comfortable one. Robin sat on the bed, but YN was standing on the corner of the room. She's feeling nervous and scared. She's married now. What if her husband wants to get intimate with her? Her heart sank in fear. YN flinched when Robin called her. Robin, come and sit. He said, patting on the bed beside him. YN walked towards the bed with slow step and sit next to Robin. Her heart started beating fast when Robin started coming close to her. Wing closed her eyes tightly and backed away a little. Wing, I'm not ready yet. Her eyes were still close, but she opened them slowly, hearing Robin. Robin, I'm sorry. I should give you time. We didn't even know each other properly yet, and I'm sorry. He laughed awkwardly. YN looked at Robin, who's looking everywhere but her. She looked down and bit her bottom lips. A respect grew inside her for the man who's her husband now. She smiled a little. In the middle of the night, when Robin was on his deep sleep, YN was crying silently, covering her mouth with her palms. She's feeling so much alone in this new place. She was missing her family, especially her mother. YN never imagined that her life will take a turn like this. She'd take her phone to check time, but Taehyung's smiley face come in her sight. She placed the phone in her chest and started sobbing more. She needed to remove him from her wallpaper and lock screen. Taehyung looked outside at the sky through the big glass wall. The birds are flying happily in the autumn sky. They're free and happy. Taehyung doesn't know how much happy he is, but he knows one thing for sure. He's not free. He cannot go outside like others. He cannot enjoy the rain walking on the wet street alone. He cannot swim in a river on a hot summer day. He cannot go for ice skating in winters. He can't go out alone. He needs lots of bodyguards with him in the name of protection. The paparazzi follows him everywhere. Crazy fans attack him while trying to show him their love. Taehyung's sign. When will they understand he's also a normal human like them? He also needs his personal space. Sometimes he feels like he's captivated in a cage. Someone knocked on a door. Taehyung turned his gaze to the door and saw his manager Chun Jungkook. Jungkook, Mr. Smith called me. He wants to start the shooting tomorrow. Taehyung sighed and sit on the couch. Taehyung, I'm tired, Chun. I need break. I want to go somewhere far. Jungkook, your schedule is very busy this month. Taehyung, just give me a good news. Jungkook, you're winning the Divine Award this year. Taehyung, tell me something which can make me happy. Jungkook, this winter you have to go to Canada for shoot. Taehyung, it's not a good news. Jungkook, after the shoot your schedule is clear for 1 month. Taehyung, that's the thing I wanted to hear. Now tell me about a place where no one know me. Jungkook, maybe in Mars. Taehyung glared at his manager who's looking unbothered. Wine is enjoying here. Robin take her to so many new and beautiful places. And from last week, Robin started going to his office, wine, and spent her day roaming in the maple forests. She enjoyed the beautiful view, but sometimes she imagined Taehyung next to her in this beautiful place, but then she scolded herself. Now she's a married girl. Like this days passed. The leaves fall off from the maple trees. The environment started getting dry, indicating winter is coming. Wen brought some warm cloths with her, but that's not enough for the cold in Canada. As she come from a tropical county, this cold is getting unbearable for her. She's not used to this kind of cold, and on top of that, she doesn't have enough warm clothes with her. She wanted to ask Robin to buy her some clothes, but she's so shy to ask for it. She thought Robin will buy her some winter clothes soon, but that day didn't come. There's a heater on my bedroom, but its switch is near the ceiling, and Wine couldn't reach there. Robin turned on the heater at night after coming back from home and turned it off before going to office. The whole day, Wine had to stay in unbearable cold. Sometimes she'd cry alone in cold. Today, she decided to ask Robin to buy her warm clothes. Why or N? Robin, yeah. Why? And nowadays the cold is increasing a lot. Robin, yeah, it's -5 degrees today. Very cold. Why, and I don't have much warm clothes with me. Could you buy me a heavy coat? Robin, as it's winter now, these coats will be very expensive. I can't waste my money now, but as it's the first time you ask something from me, I will think about it after getting my salary. Wine looked down feeling sad. She doesn't understand why it will be a waste of money to buy something for his wife, which she needs to survive. She doesn't want to talk to Robin anymore, but still she said, why don't turn off the heater before going? I can't bear the cold. Robin, are you out of your mind? Do you have any idea how much the electricity bill will increase if we use the heater all day? Why? But it's cold. Robin, you won't feel cold if you stay home and wrap yourself with a blanket. Wyan felt lonely realizing the man she called her husband doesn't care about her at all. She looked down holding her tears. Robin left for office. Wyan couldn't hold her tears anymore. Her sobbing is echoing in the empty house. She's missing her family a lot. Today she's missing Taehyung. She wonders how he will be as a husband. She's sure he will be a wonderful husband and will take care of every little thing of his life partner. That girl will be very lucky unlike her. As the time passes, the cold started increasing a lot. Wyan tried to turn on the heater, but it's too high for her, even a stool isn't helping. Wyan wrapped herself with the blanket, but this isn't helping. She's shivering badly. Taehyung finished his shoot early today. He's free now. He decided to go somewhere far alone. He look at his manager Chun, he's talking with the producer. Taehyung take the chance and secretly left from there. Taehyung started driving the car in between the snow-covered roads in Canada. He came here last week for shoot. After driving for 1 hour, Taehyung realized he'd leave the locality behind. He found himself in a silent place. Taehyung smiled and mumbled, "Taehyung, peace." He removed his sunglasses and get down from the car. He looked around the place and spotted a house. "Taehyung, I hope whoever lives in this house doesn't know me." He walked around the place and enjoyed the beauty around. After some time, he sit under a tree. Ween was shivering badly and cold. She looked outside the window. Everything is covered with snow. At first, when she saw the snow for the first time in her life, she felt very excited. But now it's looking like a monster to her, which is slowly killing her. Suddenly, she saw someone sitting under a tree. YN's heartbeat rise, recognizing the person. Though she never saw him in real, but she can recognize just by seeing his shadow. It's Kim Taehyung. YN's lips curved into a little smile, but soon it fades away when she realized, how will he come here? It's impossible. Maybe she's hallucinating him? Yeah, she's definitely hallucinating. 'Cause it's impossible. He can't be here. YN's vision started getting blurry. She blinked her eyes, but she's still seeing Taehyung. YN get down from the bed with her trembling legs. She opened the front door. She's still seeing him. YN started walking towards Taehyung slowly. She knows that she's hallucinating, but still she just wants to go near him, just wants to touch him for once, though it's just her imagination. Taehyung saw a girl is walking towards him slowly. She's wearing a dark blue dress and a thin white sweater in this cold. Taehyung's lips parted a little. He's feeling like a blue bird is flying towards him, crossing the white snow. The girl come more closer to him. His heart started beating faster, seeing her mesmerizing face. The girl slowly sit next to Taehyung and look at him. Taehyung felt his breath get stuck in his throat. There's something fascinating, magical in her eyes. Taehyung never saw this much beautiful eyes before, but the moment doesn't last long. YN closed her eyes and slowly fall on Taehyung's lap, making him flinch. "Taehyung, ma'am, are you okay?" "Ma'am?" He patted her cheeks and realized they're cold as ice. "Taehyung? Oh no, is she alive? Is she even a human?" He'd take his trembling hands in front of her nose and realized she's breathing. Taehyung placed her head on the ground from his lap and run to the house. He stand in front of the wide open door and shout from outside, "Taehyung, excuse me? Is anyone here? A girl fainted outside. Hello?" No one responds. Taehyung again run to YN and try to wake her up. "Taehyung, ma'am, are you okay? Can you hear me?" But YN wasn't even moving. Taehyung brushed his hairs backwards. "Taehyung. Oh, Taehyung, where did you get yourself into?" He took a deep breath and carried YN bridal style. Taehyung went inside the house and made YN lay down on the bed. He covered her with the blanket. Taehyung closed the front door and turned on the room heater. He boiled water and luckily he found a hot water bag. He poured the hot water in the water bag and placed it near YN. Taehyung slowly touched her hand to check her temperature and quickly backed away. He signed in relief. Thyung. Finally, her temperature is normal now. He placed his index finger in his chin and started thinking. "Taehyung, what is this girl doing here in this secluded place alone?" He looked at YN carefully and forgot to blink. Suddenly, his phone buzzed. Taehyung checked the caller ID and signed. "Manager Chun, where are you, Kim?" "Taehyung, I don't know." "Manager Chun, what do you mean by you don't know?" Taehyung bite his lower lip and tell Jungkook everything. "Manager Chun, what? Are you fool, Kim? Get out from that place right now." "Taehyung, but the girl will be alone then." "Manager Chun, do you have any idea what will happen if someone saw you with a girl in a secluded place? The image or reputation you gain all these years of hard working will be finished." "Taehyung, but the girl. Manager Chun, I'm sure she's fine now. You just come back." Taehyung cut the call and looked at YN. She's sleeping peacefully now. With so many hesitations, Taehyung left the place. Wyan opened her eyes and looked around. She's in her room. She smiled thinking about the dream she had. Wyan looked outside the window and stared at the tree where Taehyung was sitting in her dream. It's night already, so the outside is dark. Robin, finally you wake up. Wyan looked back and saw Robin. Wyan, when did you come back? Robin, a few minutes ago. I'm starving. Give me something to eat. Wyan looked down and bite her lower lips. Robin will surely scold her now. Wyan, I didn't make dinner yet. Robin, what? Why? And I wasn't feeling well and didn't realize when I fall asleep. Robin, oh, it's okay. I will make something for us. You take some rest. Wyan looked up at Robin, who's smiling softly at her. He went to the kitchen and started making dinner. After some time, he come back with 2 plates. He placed 1 plate in front of Wyan. Robin, try this. You'll become my fan of cooking. Wyan looked at her husband and smiled a little. Maybe she was wrong. He does care for her. Robin, by the way, how did you turn on the room heater? Wyan stopped eating and looked at Robin. Wyan, the heater was on? Robin, yeah, when I come back from office, it was already on. Anyways, as you're sick today, I won't say anything, but don't turn on the heater. Every day, otherwise the electricity bill will give me a heart attack. Wyan couldn't say anything. She was just thinking, who turned on the room heater? Taehyung, I'm worried for that girl. I hope she's alive. Manager Chun, you're talking about her since last night? Just concerted on the shoot. We couldn't record a single scene today. You keep doing mistakes. Taehyung, I just can't take her out of my head. Manager Chun, the director, is very angry. I told him to dismiss the shoot for today. Taehyung, I think I should go there to see the girl. Manager Chun, don't you dare. Taehyung rolled his eyes and left from there. Robin left for office after turning off the room heater. The room became ice cold again. Wyan went to the kitchen to make lunch. She turned on the stove. The little flame of the stove is giving her warmth. Suddenly someone knocked on the door, making Wyan frown. No one comes here. She thought Robin come back. Maybe he forgot something? Wyan opened the door and her heart skipped its beat. She feels shiver all over her body. Her eyeballs become more round and jaw drop on the floor. Taehyung, hey. We met yesterday, remember? Are you all right now? I brought some fruits for you.